Right.
All right, but unfortunately, they're not acting reasonably very often.
No.
But at the same time, from day one, I have been the lawyer coming up to the police of, hey, let's get on. Like, for example, over here, they were putting up signs, and some people were writing on a new sign, and there was a lieutenant who came up to them, and I said, hi, Lieutenant, what's up? How you doing? What are you doing? Well, actually, the signs are spreading too fast and exponentially, and they will block people's traffic. I say, you know what? That's probably true, actually. But you see the two trees that are between? I will keep them there. By the way, anything else you would like to tell me? Just to, you know, be friendly with Occupy and all that? I said, yeah, well, the people who clear garbage come out at 8 o'clock. And I said, we have slackers here. So I will tell them, and I did in the GA, 7 o'clock. Just in case. Just in case. Because I've been keeping it clear. Like at the same time, they arrested somebody for chalking one of the first days. And people
like
were
yesterday,
like,
huh?
And I went, whoa. Let's calm down here. Because if you fucking do that, yeah, it's a false arrest, but they'll kill you at some point. So basically, trying to make peace with the police, I said, hey, let's just calm down here. Let's take this shocking thing to court or whatever, but like, let's not engage, you know? And in that way, since the first day, I have actually done a lot with Belinda. Even the last day of Fashion Week.
It's like de-escalating.
Yeah, absolutely. The last day of Fashion Week, there weren't that many people there. And the police talked to me. I was talking to them. Fine. But they were young cops who didn't really know what they were doing. Pretty much good people, but like got in the wrong profession, whatever. And when I talked to them, I said to them, to this main guy I was talking to, I said, you know, he said, but you have to admit America's the best country. I said, yeah, well, if we would stop making things from children in China, it might be better. You know, and our country's going away from us. And I said, for example, do you know about the NDAA? No. Never heard of the National Defense Authorization Act? He hadn't. He really hadn't. And I said, look, please, when you go home, look it up. And he promised me he would, and I actually take that as a promise. He actually was being honest with me. I'm sure that when he went home, he looked up the National Defense Authorization Act. And as a lawyer, what I can do here is help them on their small path to defend the law, basically. And if the NDAA is like, yeah, it is scary. Yeah. That's all scary. But the police should know that. That's all. And I stand there. You know.
So actually, their boss, police chief, is gonna start training them about NDAA.
No, he actually said he was going to go home and look it up on his computer because he didn't know it.
He didn't know. So.
And he promised me he would look it up.
How are they gonna implement NDAA? With the training?
You never know.
With the training?
You never know, because so often they have no flippant idea about the law, although they are required to do so. That, for example, yesterday, once I got my friend's stuff back, he was there on the bench, and he was up there watching it. And he said, you can't leave it unattended. And I said, sir, if somebody is watching that at all times, it is attended. Can you show me the law which says you have to send, be 2 inches away from it to be attending? Attending is actually looking after it. So if he was up there, he was attending it.
Right.
It wasn't, thrown away. It wasn't like disattended. He was attending it by his eyes. And other people too, like watching. And that is the law. And unfortunately, they are all told the law. That's why the man, when I was talking to the man who said about this non-attending, whatever. I said, look, man, you knew law. You come on. You're a cop. You know the law. Now, how many inches away is he able to be without attending? Please. And then I talked to him later, and I said, look, man, I'm 41 years old. When I was in high school, I went to a mafia pizza shop on like 15th, 16th, and 2nd Avenue, 3rd Avenue. And I told him, like, I don't remember where you trained, because I never trained there, but it was around there. I said 16th, 18th, he said 20th. I said, okay, 20th. My point is, I was in, pizza shop with you guys. I was. And it was obvious to me it was mafia, but they were setting up a big sting. So they waited. Okay, fair enough. And it was really funny because somebody came up to me and said, oh, that's a conspiracy theory. I'm like, no, all cops know the 89 Pizza Connection. And how I knew that they were definitely like up to something, the pizza people, was there was a guy in a suit always going back to the kitchen. Guy in a suit doesn't go in the kitchen because it's going to splatter all over him. So I knew it from day one. But, a year and a half later, they were involved in this thing. And so when the guy came up to me and said, oh, that's conspiracy theory, I'm like, nah. Unless you're a really dumb cop, you know about the 89 Pizza Connection. And they were connected. It was a mafia thing where they were money laundering through these pizza shops.
Yeah. In all documentaries about mafia, and they always show that there is a connection between government, whatever, and mafia.
Yeah.
It goes together, right? Hand in hand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think even more than that, you have, for example, with the